Sai Ram students, welcome back for our 10th standard English. It's been a long time we have met. Now we will be going ahead with our English, the unit 1. Okay, we have already learned about one poem and one lesson in unit 1, that is 1.1 and 1.2. We will be going ahead with the next lesson, that is 1.3. So as usual with the 1.3, we will be doing the warming up first. It's here on the screen. 1.3 on wings of courage. Okay, in this warming up, it is the question given here is the ranks of officers in Indian Army, Navy and Air Force are jumbled up. Discuss with your group and put them in the appropriate boxes. So we will be discussing it over here only. Fine, so you can see those names given in the box above, and then below there are three boxes. You have to fill in those boxes which officer belongs to which group, whether it's the Army, Navy or the Air Force. So we will be doing it over here. Now the first one, we have the commander. Yes, any guesses? Can anyone guess where will the commander be? Yes, it will be in the Navy. The commander, that official is there in the Navy. The post is there in the Navy. Then we have the brigadier. Brigadier comes in the category of Army. So the second one, brigadier in the category of Army. Then we have the wing commander. The wing commander, with the word wing, you can come to know that's related to something to Air Force. So it is the wing commander. Then vice admiral. So the admiral, vice admiral comes in the Navy. Squadron leader. Squadron leader comes in Air Force. Then we have the major. Major is a post held in the Army. Then is, can you get the pronunciation of the next word? It is not colonel, it is colonel. That's the correct pronunciation of colonel. So colonel also comes in the Army. Then we have the field marshal. Now from this word we can easily come to know when we are talking about field, so it will be related to the Army. So that field marshal is an officer in the Army. Air marshal, by the name itself, it will be categorized under the Air Force. Then we have admiral of fleet. This fleet of ships, yes, fleet of ships we have, so that will be in the Navy. So the admiral, the head of the fleet, so admiral of fleet will come in Navy. Then the next one is lieutenant general. So the lieutenant general will be an officer in the Army. Flying officer, yes, of course, Air Force. Commodore will come in the Navy. Rear Admiral will come again in the Navy. And Air Commodore, by its name, will be categorized in the Air Force. So these are the categories which we have in the Indian Army, the Indian Navy and the Indian Air Force. Now why are we doing categorizing these officers in three different categories? Yes, you can see the name given on wings of courage. So it's something related to an officer who was an officer in the Indian Air Force. Now what is the story which we are going to learn over here? This lesson on wings of courage is about an Air Force marshal who has done immensely for our Indian. So before that, we'll have framed sentences. Like usually, yes, as we did in 1.2, we'll have the framed sentences. Those words and phrases are there from your lesson itself. First word, exceptional. Danny was awarded for his exceptional achievement in academics. Yes, exceptional means very good. Yes, it is very, very good. Excellent, you can call it. So Danny was awarded for his exceptional achievement in academics. Academics means your study wise, the achievement, whatever he has achieved. Assiduously, the next word is assiduously. It means working hard and showing careful attention to details. So the sentence we have is Dr. Abdul Kalam assiduously led the missile mission. Yes, we call him the missile man. So he was the person who led the assiduously, with utmost care, with lot of hard work, he led the missile mission. We have two words over here. One more. We have few more. The third one, a brief stint. After a brief stint in the corporate sector, Maya joined the film industry. Brief means for a short period of time she was there in the corporate sector. Later she joined the film industry. So after a brief stint in the corporate sector, Maya joined the film industry. Next, these are the phrases which you are doing, the third and the fourth one. Gearing up. The Indian cricket team was gearing up to meet the opponents in the Asia Cup. So this is the word sentence which we have for gearing up, means they were getting ready. The Indian cricket team was gearing up to meet the opponents in the Asia Cup. The last word which we have is constraints. Constraints means restrictions. So the innumerable constraints cannot stop a determined person from achieving his goal. So whatever restrictions are there, it cannot stop a person who is quite determined from achieving his or her goal. So the innumerable constraints cannot stop a determined person from achieving his goal. So these are the sentences which we have. Now we have the lesson on wings of courage. Air Force Marshal Arjun Singh, an icon of India's military history, will always be remembered as a war hero who had successfully led a young IAF during the 1965 Indo-Pak War. The only officer to attain the highest post of Marshal, the Air Force equivalent to the Army's 5-star Field Marshal, Singh was a fearless and exceptional pilot who had flown more than 60 different types of aircraft. He played a major role in transforming the IAF into one of the most potent air forces globally and the fourth biggest in the world. His contribution to the Indian Air Force is monumental to the least. The IAF grew with him. He was the epitome of military leadership in classical sense, and it is therefore not surprising that he was honored with the rank of Air Force Marshal. Former Vice Chief of IAF Kapil Kak said, okay, so Air Force Marshal Arjun Singh, we are going to learn about him in this lesson. Then that IAF, the word IAF, it is the Indian Air Force, that is the abbreviation which is used for Indian Air Force. You can see two words given over here which are highlighted: potent, monumental, and epitome. So potent meaning is powerful and effective. Monumental meaning is of great importance and which is quite big, enormous. And epitome, a perfect example. It's at the peak, the perfect example which you can give. So Air Force Marshal Arjun Singh, it's Arjun Singh, not Arjun Singh. Okay, children, be careful. It is Arjun Singh. He was the epitome of military leadership in classical sense, and it is therefore not surprising that he was honored with the rank of Air Force Marshal. Former Vice Chief of the IAF, that is the Indian Air Force, Kapil Kak said. We move ahead. Singh was honored with the rank of Marshal on the Republic Day in 2002. Sam Hermosji, Ramji Jamshedji Manekshaw, and K.M. Karyappa were the only two army generals honored with the rank of the Field Marshal. So these were the Field Marshal in Army. So in the Air Force, it was only Air Force Marshal Arjun Singh. Known as a man of few words, Singh was not only a fearless pilot but also had profound knowledge about air power and applied it in a wide spectrum of areas. Singh had assiduously led the IAF during the 1965 war and denied success to Pakistani Air Force, though it was better equipped with American support. His most outstanding contribution was during that war, said Kak. Commending his role in the war, Y.B. Chavan, the then defense minister, had written, Air Marshal Arjun Singh is a jewel of a person, quite efficient and firm, unexcitable but a very able leader. In 1944, the Air Marshal had led to a squadron against the Japanese during the Arakan campaign, flying close air support missions during the crucial Imphal campaign, and the later assisted the advance of the Allied forces of Yangon, which was formerly known as Rangoon. So here they are telling us the achievements of Arjun Singh. He was a not only a fearless pilot, but he also had profound knowledge related to air power, which he used it in his wide spectrum of areas in his war. Whenever he went to war, he tried to use it. And because of this, he had denied success to the Pakistani Air Force, who had got a lot of support from the Americans. So very better equipped with American support, they were denied because of the efforts taken by Arjun Singh. And also the then defense minister has written that he was a jewel of a person, quite efficient and firm and excitable, but a very able leader. So he led the squadron. And later on, also during the Japanese campaign also, he had done a lot of work for the Indian Air Force. In recognition of his feat, he was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, that is the DFC, on the spot by the Supreme Allied Commander of Southeast Asia, the first Indian pilot to have received it. Singh was selected for the Empire Pilot Training Course at Royal Air Force, that is the RAF, Cranwell in 1938, when he was 19 years old. He retired from service in 1969. Singh was born on April 15, 1919 in Yalpur, now Faisalabad, Pakistan, and completed his education at Montgomery, now Sahiwal, Pakistan. His first assignment on being commissioned was to fly Westland Wapiti biplanes in the Northwestern Frontier Province as a member of the No. 1 RIAF squadron. Okay, so it is given that see the very first line, in recognition of his feat, F-E-A-T. It is totally different from what we write F-E-E-T. So we have a homograph over here. F-E-A-T is an achievement which is gone through a lot of hard work, lot of endeavors, lot of efforts, which is totally exceptional. We can call it an achievement which is exceptional. It's meaning of feat. So he was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross on the spot on his recognition, and was also selected for the Empire Pilot Training Course at Royal Air Force, Cranwell. And he retired in 1969. And he was born in 1919. So we have already celebrated his 100th birth anniversary. He was born in Faisalabad. See, 1990, that was in present day. It is now in Pakistan. He was born before the partition of India, and got his education at Sahiwal, which is also there in present day Pakistan. An assignment was commissioned to him to fly Westland Wapiti biplanes in the Northern Western Frontier Province as a member of the No. 1 RIAF squadron. After a brief stint with the newly formed No. 2 RIAF squadron, where the marshal flew against the tribal forces, he later moved back to No. 1 squadron as a flying officer to fly the Hawker Hurricane. He was promoted to the rank of squadron leader in 1944. For his role in successfully leading the squadron in combat, he was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross, that is the DFC, in 1944. On August 15, 1947, he achieved the unique honor of leading a flight past of over 100 IAF aircraft over the Red Fort in Delhi. After his promotion to the rank of Wing Commander, he attended the Royal Staff College at the UK, that is United Kingdom. Immediately after independence, he commanded Ambala in the rank of Group Captain. In 1949, he was promoted to the rank of Air Commodore and took over as Air Officer commanding of an operational command, which later came to be known as Western Air Command. So these are the some of the works which he has done. So he was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross even before the independence, and on the day of the independence he led a fly past. We have the march past, so since he on the field, we have a fly past by the Air Force of over 100 IAF, that is the Indian Air Force aircraft, over the Red Fort in Delhi. It is pronounced as Delhi, not Delhi. In English, you pronounce it as Delhi. So keep that in mind, children. And then he was again promoted to the rank of Wing Commander. He attended the Royal Staff College in UK, United Kingdom. We can call it the United Kingdom, that is England. Okay, and then again commanded the Ambala in the rank of Group Captain. Commanded, which later came to be known as the Western Air Command as well. Singh had the distinction of having the longest tenure as AOC of an operational base, initially from 1949 to 1952 and then again from 1957 to 1961. After his promotion to the rank of Air Vice Marshal, he was appointed as the AOC in C of an operational command. Towards the end of 1962 war, he was appointed as the Deputy Chief of the Air Staff and he became the Vice Chief of the Air Staff in 1963. He was the overall commander of the Joint Air Training Exercise Shiksha held by IAF, RAF and RAAF, that is Royal Australian Air Force. So he has distinction of having the longest tenure. Tenure means he has held the post of the air officer commanding of an operational base where all the operations for the fight for the war, which initially was from 1949 to 1952, that's a period of 3 years, and then again from 1957 to 1961, that is for a period of almost 4 to 5 years, and later on he got the promotion to the rank of Air Vice Marshal. See how he has promoted from being a wing commander to a officer commanding, then an air vice marshal, and then the air chief marshal. He was appointed as the AOC, that is the Air Officer Commanding in Chief of an operational command. Towards the end of the 1962 war, he was appointed as the Deputy Chief of the Air Staff and he became the Vice Chief of the Air Staff in 1963. So these achievements by Arjun Singh are truly exceptional. And then again he was the overall commander of the Joint Air Training Exercise, which was conducted by Shiksha, held between IAF, that is the Indian Air Force, RAF, that is the Royal Air Force, and RAAF, that is the Royal Australian Air Force. So his achievements, whatever work he has done, is quite a wonderful feat. On August 1, 1964, in the rank of Air Marshal, the Marshal of the Air Force, Arjun Singh, took over reins of IAF at a time when it was still rebuilding itself and was gearing up to meet new challenges. Singh was the first air chief to keep his flying currency till his CAS rank, having flown over 60 different types of aircraft from pre-World War II era biplanes to the more contemporary Gnats and Vampires. He has also flown in transport aircraft like the Super Constellation. In 1965, when Pakistan launched its Operation Grand Slam with an armored thrust targeted at the vital town of Aknoor, Singh led IAF through the war with courage, determination and professional skill. He inspired IAF to victory despite the constraints imposed by the full-scale use of Air Force combat power. So it was in the year 1964 when a Marshal of the Marshal of the Air Force, Arjun Singh, took over reins. REINS, reins, took over reins means to get control. It is pronounced just like RAINS and REIGNS, but all these three have different meanings. So over here, took over reins means to take over control. Then and also rebuilding itself and was gearing up to meet new challenges. We have already done the phrase gearing up means getting ready. So he was getting ready to meet new challenges after he became the Air Marshal. Singh was the first Air Chief Marshal to keep his flying currency till his CAS rank, having flown over 60 different types of aircraft from pre-World War II era biplanes. So not to forget that Arjun Singh was born in the year 1919 and the Second World War started in 1939 and ended up till 1945. So he was there at the age of 19 in the Air Force. So you can come to know that he was there before pre-World War, that is before the Second World War. He has used all these biplanes, the era biplanes, and now also the contemporary, which means the present times, the modern ones, like the gnats and the vampires, and also transport aircraft like the Super Constellation. Later on in 1965, when we had a war with Pakistan, he had, or that is, was the Operation Grand Slam, with an armored thrust targeted to the vital town of Aknoor. Singh led through the war with courage, determination, and professional skill. He inspired IAF to victory despite the constraints imposed by the full-scale use of air. So there was a lot of restrictions imposed by the Air Force to use their combat power. Combat power means the fighting power. So out of the way, he has gone and helped the country. Next we have Singh was awarded Padma Vibhushan for his astute leadership of the Air Force during the war. Subsequently, in recognition of the Air Force contribution during the war, the rank of the CAS was upgraded and Arjan Singh became the first Air Chief Marshal of the Indian Air Force. He remained a flyer to the end of his tenure in IAF, visiting forward bases and units and flying with the squadrons. He retired in 1969, thereupon accepting ambassadorship in Switzerland. He was Lieutenant Governor of Delhi from December 1989 to December 1990. So not to forget that he has also got the national award, that is the Padma Vibhushan, for his astute, sharp and intelligent. Astute means, it is an adjective which means person who is very sharp and intelligent. Through his work, what he has done, we come to know that yes, Arjan Singh, Mr. Singh, was definitely an astute. Subsequently, in recognition of the Air Force contribution during the war, the rank of the CAS is the Chief of the Air Staff, was upgraded, and Arjan Singh became the first ever Air Chief Marshal of the Indian Air Force. He remained a flyer to the end of his tenure till he retired, visiting forward bases and units and flying with his squadrons. He retired in August 1969. Thereupon, even after his retirement, he did not stop with his work. He became the ambassador to Switzerland. He was the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi from December 1989 to December 1990. That was for a period of 1 year. So what is the meaning of forward bases? We can see on the screen. It is a secured forward operating military position. So he did not only influenced, not only had the Air Force being inspired by him, but also the Army as well as the Navy. Okay. Then we have, see, this is the picture of Arjan Singh. Over here, it's there in our textbook itself. Having been a source of inspiration to all the personnel of armed forces through the years, the government conferred the rank of the Marshal of the Air Force upon Arjan Singh in January 2002, making him the first and the only 5-star rank officer with the Indian Air Force. So 5-star rank officer in the Indian Air Force. Military, we had C.A. Cariappa and Manekshaw, but in the Air Force it was the one and only one, Arjan Singh, who with a 5-star ranking to become the Air Chief Marshal of the Air Force in 2002, was conferred by the government of India. So all this lesson we learnt about the works, the deeds, how he was his transformation from being a wing commander to be a commodore, then the squadron leader, and later on became the Air Chief Marshal of the Indian Air Force. So that is quite a feat. It is quite an exceptional achievement by the great Air Chief Marshal Arjan Singh. So history that will be written in history to never to be forgotten by any of the Indians, not only Indians, because he had been a part of the RAAF also and RAF also, that is Royal Air Force and the Royal Australian Air Force as well, so influenced by them. And he was also you can say had a meeting with the then President of America, Barack Obama, and also was very much Barack Obama was very much influenced by the achievements of Arjun Singh as well. Not to forget that he has been awarded the national award of being Padma Vibhushan. So because of his achievements, see, to get a national award is a very great thing to do. You have to do exceptionally well to get those awards in any field, not only in field of Air Force, Army or Navy, in other field as well, where you can get the Padma Vibhushan, the Padma Bhushan, as well as the highest rank, that is the Bharat Ratna. Okay, in addition, so this is all what we have in our textbook. Addition to this also we have, now in this we have not learnt about not known about how he died, or breathed his last and was taken his abode to the heavenly God. Singh suffered a cardiac arrest at his New Delhi residence in the early morning of 16 September 2017 and was rushed to the Army Hospital Research and Referral in New Delhi, where his condition was stated to be critical, and later on he succumbed to his cardiac arrest and was declared as dead. But being getting not only the Padma Vibhushan, he also was also honored, yes, with Air Chief Marshal, died on 16 September 2017 at the age of 98. A stamp was made in his honor in 2019 on the occasion of his 100th birth anniversary. So this is also a very honorable thing which was done in for recognition of his feat. A stamp in honor of Air Chief Marshal, our Air Force Marshal Arjun Singh was issued in the year 2019. That is what celebrated as his 100th birth anniversary. So this what we have in our lesson. We can go back and see. I want you all to see this. Yes, over here. See, the first question over here, you can see something there in blue. Yes, why is the Air Force Marshal Arjun Singh considered as an outstanding military personality? Why? Because of he successfully led the IAF during the Indian 1965 Indo-Pak War, then the Japanese campaign, then he denied success to the Pakistani Air Force, who were better equipped with the support of the Americans. So these are the things which helped him to be considered as an outstanding military personality. Over here, what personality traits of Arjun Singh are mentioned? As you can go through the passage and you will find out what the answers are. Okay, then we have here, what enabled Arjun Singh to win the DFC award? That is the DFC on the spot by the Supreme Allied Commander. So this answer you will get it in the passage before that. So you find out, at what age did Arjun Singh become a squadron leader? What age did he become the squadron leader? Yes, can anyone guess? Yes, at the age of, in the year, he was born in the year 1919. And what age did he become a squadron leader? Any guesses, children? Come on. 1938, when he was only 19 years old. Okay, then the next we have, for how long did Arjun Singh hold the post of AOC? For the post of AOC, see there, A Office Commander of AOC. In 19, he was promoted to the rank of A Commodore, AOC. All these answers you will get it after you read the passage once again. Okay, these are meanings which you have it on the right hand in the blue given over here. All those questions you can get in the text and try to find out the answers to this. Okay, we'll come up with the second part of this lesson with the English workshop after the lesson, as well as some passage comprehension as well in our next session. So for now, bye, take care, stay safe.